ever heard about a diet that sounds too simple to be true? One meal, packed with protein, super easy to digest, and apparently one of the best foods for weight loss on GLP-1. At first, it seemed almost perfect. A meal that keeps you full, is light on the stomach, and doesn't leave you feeling sluggish. It felt like a cheat code for weight loss. But here's the thing about diets that sound too easy. They always come with a catch. So I put it to the test. For an entire week, I ate the same thing every single day. No modifications, no sneaky snacks. Just this one meal. Would this be the easiest diet ever? Or did I just set myself up for complete failure? Because let me tell you, this went in a direction I did not actually expect. Hey everyone, welcome back to Nene on GLP-1. Today, we're diving into one of the simplest, strangest, and most talked about diet trends I've ever heard. People swear about this meal, saying it's the perfect way to hit protein goals without feeling heavy. And at first, it made sense. Minimal ingredients, light on digestion, and surprisingly filling. But I had questions. Could I actually eat this for every meal and feel satisfied? Would it help me maintain muscles while losing weight? Or would I end up completely miserable and dreaming about real food by day 3? So I started the experiment. Day 1, it was a breeze. The meal was warm, comforting, exactly what I needed. I felt satisfied but not sluggish. And honestly, I started thinking maybe this was the easiest diet I ever tried. But by day 3, things started shifting. I wasn't hungry, but I also wasn't satisfied. My energy was steady, my body felt fine, but mentally something felt off. Eating the same thing over and over again, no matter how good it is, starts messing with you in ways you don't expect. There's actually research on this. A study from the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition found that food variety plays a huge role in long-term dietary adherence. The more repetitive your meals are, the more likely you are to experience food fatigue, which can lead to cravings, dissatisfaction, and eventually overeating. And that's exactly what I started noticing. Not hunger, but this weird sense of lack, which got me thinking, was this actually sustainable? But here's where things got interesting. Halfway through the week, I started noticing real changes. My digestion, flawless. No bloating, no discomfort. Everything felt just smooth. My energy level surprisingly steady. And despite eating so little, I wasn't constantly thinking about food, which made me wonder, was this diet actually working with my GLP-1 medication instead of against it? Here's where the science comes in. When you're on GLP-1, your appetite is already low. Your body is literally rewiring how it processes hunger signals. And forcing down big heavy meals can feel impossible. But this, it was light, packed with protein, and kept me full without making me feel stuffed. And then I came across something really interesting. A study from the Journal of Clinical Nutrition found that during periods of calorie restrictions, the body actually becomes more efficient at using protein for muscle maintenance. Which means that on GLP-1, you don't just need more protein. You need protein that's easy to digest, absorb, and use. That's when it hit me. This one meal checked every single box. So what was actually the meal? Every single day, I was making a giant, huge bowl of chicken and egg drop soup. Yes, chicken and egg drop soup. If you've ever had soup, you know how filling it is. Now, all I did was take a basic soup and load it up with about 4 or 5 eggs and about half a pound of chicken. And that's what I ate every single day. Between those two, I was probably getting about 80 grams of protein, about that. But then I would also take protein shake. And between the protein shakes and chicken and egg drop soup. So this is what I had pretty much every single day. You know, I would wake up, have my protein shake, midway in the afternoon, have a good size amount of egg drop and chicken soup every single day. And everything was going well. By day 3, I was deep in the experiment. My digestion was great, my energy was stable, and I had zero cravings, surprisingly. But by day 5, something shifted. I started wondering, was I actually getting enough nutrients? Now remember, I am making a soup, so there were some vegetables in it. But was I actually hitting my nutrition goals? Sure, I was hitting my protein goals. But what about fiber, vitamins? Was my body actually thriving on this? Or was I just coasting? And that's when I hit a wall. I noticed I wasn't feeling as satisfied anymore. Not in a hunger sense, but in a nutrient sense. My digestion was smooth, but I started feeling like something was missing. And the research backs this up. While protein is crucial, studies from the National Institute of Health shows that long-term low-fiber diets can lead to digestive sluggishness, imbalanced gut bacteria, and reduced micronutrient absorption. In other words, just because something is working short-term doesn't mean it's a long-term solution. Which brings us back to the biggest question. Was this diet actually sustainable? By the end of the week, I had my answer. Could I survive on just chicken and egg drop soup? Yes. Should I? That's where it gets complicated. This experiment showed me that chicken and egg drop soup is an incredible tool for GLP-1 weight loss. It's easy to digest, high in protein, and keeps you full without feeling heavy. But as a long-term diet, probably not. There's a reason why mono diets, where you eat the same food over and over again, are rarely sustainable. The body needs a range of nutrients, especially on GLP-1, where muscle retention and metabolic health are already something you have to focus on. Sustainability isn't just about what works for a week, it's about what you can keep up with for months and years without negative effects. So here's my takeaway. Chicken and egg drop soup, or any protein and egg drop soup mixed together, is a game changer when used correctly. It works with GLP-1, helps with digestion, and makes hitting protein goals effortless. But it works best when used as a staple meal, not as an entire diet. If we're talking about sustainability, this diet isn't, at least not as a full-time approach. I realized I needed to bring back variety, not just for taste, but for overall balance. Leafy greens, healthy fats, and fiber had to come back into play to keep everything running smoothly. Would I do this again? Absolutely. But next time, I'd use it as a go-to meal, not an all-day, everyday diet. Now, I want to hear from you. Have you tried chicken and egg drop soup on GLP-1? Could you eat the same thing every day for a week? Let's talk about it in the comments. Before we wrap up, just remember, losing weight isn't just about eating less. It's about eating smart, finding what works for your body, and making sure that whatever you're doing is sustainable long-term. If you're curious about how I modified my diet after this challenge to make it more balanced and sustainable, I have a video on the best high-protein meals on GLP-1. I've linked it in the description box below. Thanks so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more tips, stories, and real talk on GLP-1. I'll see you in the next video.